This is for your entertainment.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. First time, but we ain't really new to it. But we're here. So, had to make sure everything was straight, film the whole everything. Y'all can't see a setup, but we got a good, nice little setup over here for myself, right? However, welcome to Only Entertainment. This is the very first episode of this, and I'm personally excited if you can't tell. Cause the smile ain't got wiped off my face yet, you feel me? Cause man, I've been waiting to do this mainly because there's so much that I can say, but I gotta say it in a certain way or under a certain banner so that it reaches y'all to the most effective degree. And that's right, that right here is what this right here is, you feel me? That's Only Entertainment, you feel me? So we, again, I'm just excited. I really don't know what else to say other than that. I'm excited. We got a good topic in my eyes of what we're gonna talk about because it's the most emerging thing right now today, and a lot of people don't see the full picture the way that they could or the way that they should. And so this right here, this little presentation that I'm gonna present to y'all should be able to give a pretty decent overview throughout presentation to make sure that you understand what's going on in this little area of life, right? And what that area of life is that I'm talking about is the AI system, right? We got a lot of new changes coming into our world that is all involving AI. You feel me? Everything AI. That's how it's going. That's how it's going to be. And we just got to get used to it. Excuse me while I clean my glasses, you feel me? But we just got to get used to it. Our world is going to change. It's going to become a smart world where we going to have, like they already got drones and stuff in the sky now where they can track way more than what you think. Like for instance, in North Carolina itself, I know there's drones in the sky for the people that's doing crimes. I'm just going to go ahead and let you know, gang. If you're doing crimes in North Carolina and plenty other places as well, as you should know, there's drones in the sky that's taking pictures of y'all. So when you doing certain stuff, just be mindful that they already to this day have an eye on you. So imagine when we get 10, 20, 30 years down the line and we looking at all the new tech that's getting evolved and stuff like that, man, you're going to be looking at a whole different world. It's going to be presented completely. It's going to be presented also in a fashion where they desensitize you quickly to make you just go ahead and accept a lot of stuff. And that's not me saying that any of this is bad, because you got to know how to utilize things. When you know what you're doing with AI and you're using it for the purposes that it's meant to be used for, man, you can shine beyond measure. However, if you're using AI for anything that's bad or harmful, or you trying to woo-de-woo, man, then that's you, and eventually those things will turn counterproductive, especially when you're dealing with a system that can essentially be quoted as smarter than you, which is not, because it comes from us. At the end of the day, we are the original AIs. We are the original tech. We are the original computer. So when you see AI, understand it's nothing but a mimic of what we already are able to do. You can do the same thing that a computer does on a day-to-day basis. You can sit down in your room and you can meditate, you can pray, you can talk to God, get in a moment of silence, and I promise you, them answers will come to you. Whatever questions that you have, them answers will come, whether it's through your own brain or whether that's through some outside source through your environment, right? So we are the original computers. However, these new forms of tech are really here to change the way that we view even ourselves, really. And that's the beautiful part about it too, because you can either look at this from a bad perspective and see it as, oh, they're gonna take over, they're gonna do this, or you can look at it from the perspective that, hey, maybe this can help us, maybe this can be a way that we relieve some of the tension off us. Because think about it, you talk a lot about working and like, man, bro, I shouldn't have to work all the time, woo woo woo. So let's say there's new things in the future that evolve us to be able to make money in a smarter way. And as they are already doing, if we're paying attention, like with Amazon and with some of the things Elon and some other people are doing as well, we can pay attention to the fact that they are already orchestrating the game plan for these things to take over some of your biggest industries. So when you really think about that, because for somebody that doesn't know the way Amazon and like FedEx and UPS and those companies work, they work at fast, high-paced rates. So you're not gonna be doing like, you got to understand, and that work can be draining on a human body. You see what I'm saying? But for not a computer, but for a robot, you got to understand that they're not gonna feel no physical pain. Feel me? They just, man, they gonna throw the boxes, and on top of that, they gonna stack them neatly. They gonna stack them. You know what I'm saying? Like, because they gonna have, they could dag near map out a game plan in their head where they gonna put boxes, look up the chutes and stuff, and be able to see like, man, this box gonna need to go here. And woo, they can do it a little bit better. So, and it's not to the fact of saying like, oh, it's a competition thing. It's more so of understanding that this is going to happen anyway. So it's better that we evolve with it. Let me scoot my chair up just a little bit. It's better that we evolve with it rather than continue to try to arm wrestle with it and think we gonna win, when in all actuality we really just need to go ahead and find better ways to integrate it safely into our everyday life. Feel me? So with that being said, man, I'm gonna go ahead and get into this presentation, and we're gonna wrap a couple of these topics in, and we're gonna see how all this play out. We're gonna see what you think as well. You know what I'm saying? Again, this is a place to learn. Also understand, even though it might not be as glamorous as some people would probably want to understand, at the end of the day, I am truly here to educate you. So with that being said, disclaimer too, man, research everything, even what you see in this presentation, what you see or what you hear from me, all of it. Do your own research. Yes, this is basically like a compilation of a little bit of the research that I've done into this stuff. However, you need to do your own extensive research, do your own looking into some of these things, watch some of your own, you know what I'm saying, so that you can be able to get a perspective of it for your own self. And then that way you can come to your own judgment versus just listening to DB and being like, man, what DB said, no, bro, don't even do it like that, man. Go ahead and, feel me, make it make sense for yourself. But we finna get into this presentation. So in 3, hold on now. In 3, 2, 1, go. So that being said, y'all are seeing the screen at this point. It's Only Entertainment episode 1. Feel me? You probably seeing me too at the same time. Alright, you feel me? Let's get into it. Is AI today just yesterday's animations improved? Considering some of the most popular animations that use technology to bring life to animated characters, such as Tony the Tiger, the Insurance Gecko, and etc., there's some that believe that these are the same as AI. So what's some of the differences? AI versus animations. We got AI, they can mimic human behavior a little bit better. They're more hyper-realistic, used more on social media, as y'all have definitely seen, because we started seeing more influencers and more like couple pages and little stuff like that. They can do two-way communication. We've seen some go live to the point of where, you know what I'm saying, you could actually have a full-blown conversation with these folk, and you're really calibrating them to think the way that they should think, I guess you could say. So it's like, while you talking to them, they're learning what you want to talk about, learning type of responses that you give them, so they're able to react better. And that's where that two-way form of communication is really going to shine for them, because the whole time, every time we interact with an AI, don't matter what you're using, whether that's ChatGPT, whether that's Google's AI, whether that's another form of AI, whether that's you using some type of app, you see what I'm saying? Because I seen like an advertisement for one, it's called Base 44, I think that's what it's called. You know what I'm saying? Whether you're using something like that, it's all type of different applications now that you can use when it comes down to AI. And every time you interact with them, you are teaching them something new. You are showing them something, especially when you're not being surface level with them and you're actually digging in. Because see, that's the thing with this stuff now. You got to understand, beforehand, we were looking at it like, okay, AI can like barely be trusted in a sense. That's what some people was like almost saying, because they felt like if you just getting information from AI, you're not really digging in the way that you're supposed to. But once you really start understanding how this AI stuff is working, and you can do this simply just by going on Google. You type in something on Google, right? It's gonna give you an AI overview. Nowadays, it gives you an option to dive deeper. You see what I'm saying? With the AI. So when you do that, what I want you to notice is every time you do that, it's gonna tell you it's looking through sites, it's searching this, and woo woo, right? The AI itself already has built-in technology to be able to filter out what's useful, what's not, what's good, what's bad, what's this, what's that. It can do math, all type of shit. You know what I'm saying? So its versatility to be able to directly give you the information that you need and want is already there for you. So I'm saying it's there for you. You can use it, you can abuse it, however you want to play it. But it's there for you, and the information is coming at a fast rate, way faster than most people used to be able to do research. Previous to, you had to type in everything that you wanted to know, and then you have to scroll through certain pages, type in some more stuff, take some notes, type in some more stuff, dig. Like sometimes you'll probably have to go on like the 10th page of Google just to be able to get some information. You feel me? And this really wasn't even that long ago, if we're really being honest. This is really only like what? Let's say like 5 to 7 years ago, for real, 5 to 10. I'll even say it like that. We were still having to do actual research. The AI wasn't able to just direct you to direct information. Nowadays, bro, you can type something in on an AI and it will deliver you exactly what you need, especially when you're not, again, being surface level. You actually allowing it to understand. Because when you trying to basically gatekeep the AI from understanding you, you are limiting what it's going to be able to do for you. You see what I'm saying? And that's just true. So if you trying to play softball when you should be trying to play baseball with it, it's not gonna hit the same. Simple as that. So they also are a new form of digital marketing, right? So into the animations, they serve as a brand symbol, cartoon-like, used more in television and advertisements, one-way communication, and it's a traditional style of marketing. Again, referencing the Insurance Gecko, Tony the Tiger, people like them. We done seen animations like that growing up. The Kool-Aid Man, we done seen stuff like that growing up for I don't know how long, and we've been used to it. But at the end of the day, that even takes a form of AI to be able to create. You got to understand the computer that was used to even create it, the application that was used to create it, everything, all the tech that was put into creating it is partially AI. It's just now we're seeing AI to a whole different level. It's a whole new spectrum behind it, because see, now it's advancing. So now it's talking back to us. See, before we was just getting this one-way communication with it. We just seeing what it can do. Now we actually being able to interact, and really they've been able to interact. But you know, as time goes on, you'll understand that people, I'll just put it like that, people introduce things to us slower because they don't feel as if we have the capacity to be able to handle certain stuff. Just like when y'all hear me talk about certain stuff that's been going on, when you look up, you feel me? Certain stuff like that. A lot of that is also playing into tech. That's not just okay, you gotta sometimes erase the narrative that they give you. So right now you so focused on seeing something extraterrestrial. You see what I'm saying? When versus you should be understanding that really what they're trying to get you to understand is whether it's something extraterrestrial or not, there is a form of tech in this world that is able to do what you are seeing in the sky. You get what I'm saying? So even if it's not that, it's still something. And therefore, when you understand that the technology is advancing and it's way farther past than what we can comprehend, because you got to understand, people be looking at movies and be thinking it's a joke. Bro, if you can think of something, think about it. If you can think of it in your mind and put it into a movie, right? We just talking about a movie. You can think of it in your mind, put it into a movie, and visualize how it could be created. Now, by no means am I saying that everything in a movie that they've ever made could be created. Absolutely not. But what I am saying is, if you can think of it, there's nothing really stopping you from being able to achieve it unless you decide that you don't want to achieve it. That's a God principle. You got to understand that. God taught us that there's nothing impossible when he's involved. You see what I'm saying? If God is in it, anything can happen. And I'm not saying all these people believe in God, but you got to understand what I'm sort of trying to give you. I'm trying to give you a principle behind it so that you can understand. Anyway, let's move on. So it's a bit controversial whether or not in today's time, whether it's the best approach to allowing the AI to take over as far as being the face of a brand, due to the lack of authenticity that most brands already cultivate. Despite that fact, AI is still fully customizable, so brands can still tailor fit a face to fit all, or at least the main demographic that they are aiming to reach. One capability is that they are able to act as a spokesperson because they have the ability to comment and interact back and forth with their social following. As we know, engagement is a heavy thing in today's world, and having that automated and customized is an automatic game changer, right? So, one thing to note is that the success of an AI influencer still relies heavily on the same factors that makes a human influencer successful, which means the approach is going to have to fit the crowd it's trying to reach and also remain relatable and sustainable for that industry. One thing we know won't be a problem. One thing we know won't be a problem is its ability to come to solutions, and also the consistency gap that will be between the humans and the AIs as far as producing the most effective and reachable content for its viewers. People still like to be able to relate to the face of the story, and because the AI is simply a computer-generated program, the brand itself would have to do a fantastic job of incorporating the story so that its customers can feel related despite the obvious lack of connection. The possible downside going alongside the current trust gap is the fact that certain testimonials for brands could become falsified through AI inclusion. This could lead to false reviews being identified as real, and could lead to possible scamming techniques that lower level brands may take advantage of, or even again just another major bridge between being authentic enough to carry a brand on its shoulders. So as you can see, I'm going to cite everything so y'all can also go and read some of these different little things as well, get a little bit deeper information. And one thing I just want to point out in this is understanding that trust gap, right? The trust gap is going to be major because, okay, if you hear an AI trying to advertise for you life insurance, you know for a fact that AI knows nothing for real about what it feels like if you had to get into some type of major situation and you needed that money to be able to pay, like you needed that coverage so that your bill wouldn't skyrocket and tank you, right? You know that computer don't got no real compassion for that. But somebody that's actually been through that, or then helped so many people through that, so they know the experience and they trying to deliver that to you, they gonna be able to give you it, and you gonna feel something from that. You feel me? So that's where that authenticity is really gonna shine, because if they can't cultivate a lot of these same emotions, and that's the thing as well. And we also have to understand that every time we make a critique on an AI, so when we say, oh man, it ain't doing this, or oh man, it ain't doing that, or man, it should do this, we are also feeding the advice to the people that's also creating these systems. So when we say, for instance, like I seen the other day, not an animation, I shouldn't say that, it was a video, and it was of Tupac in Target. Some of y'all probably seen it. It was of Tupac in Target. He was shopping, right? When I first seen it, obviously knew it was fake. He still looked the exact same, you see what I'm saying? So obviously you're gonna be able to pick out certain things sometimes instantly. However, when you see the video, if you actually just watch it, it looks real. It actually looks real. There's very few things that sort of give off the idea that it's not real. There's pictures, videos, and all type of stuff going around now that is AI, and people think it's real. And whole time, we're giving a lot of the information to the developers. You see what I'm saying? So you think them developers ain't in the comment sections when y'all sitting there saying, man, this look fake because of this and because of that. They listening, they watching, they paying attention to what you saying, so that, okay, in 2-3 years from now, y'all was saying, man, we could see the movement patterns and they're predictable. Okay, well 2-3 years from now, we gonna make them unpredictable. We might make an AI fuck around and cut a backflip. You see what I'm saying? Randomly, and y'all on live, and y'all be like, wait a minute, I ain't never seen this before. And that'll be why, because they're listening to the things that we are also saying. So we giving them a lot of the information, y'all. We gotta understand that too, and that's not a problem. Feel me? But you have to understand how you utilize certain things is what's gonna bring out the outcome of it. So if you're using it for good, then it's gonna come good from it. If you're using it for bad, it's gonna come bad from it. There's no in between on that. Feel me? So the rise of AI influencers. One of the first notable AI influencers is Lil Miquela, which emerged in 2016, fairly early in the transition, which showed little resistance because many were attracted to the internet personality, with it gaining plenty of engagement. She was created by the Los Angeles startup Brew Co. I'm just going to call it that because I don't know if that's how you pronounce it, but that's what I'm going to say. Brew Co. founded by Trevor McFedries and Sarah DeCou. Dapper Labs acquired Brood in 2021. She's a 19-year-old Brazilian-American robot model that was musically talented yet unaware of her gifts. She's had major collaborations with brands such as Prada, Calvin Klein, and Samsung. She's also had success in her music career, releasing singles titled Not Mine and You Should Be Alone. She was featured in publications like The Time and The Guardian, and she's also the first AI influencer to be signed by a major talent agency, CAA, in 2020. Here's a little video. While I show y'all this video, I'm gonna be right back, but at the same time, drink.
You're probably asking yourself, how is this robot talking to me right now? Did y'all hear about the robot invasion of 2020? I mean, I've been around for a minute, but I feel like last year was on a whole other level. If you're late to the party, hey, I'm Michaela. I'm a 19-year-old robot living in LA making music and, well, I guess just keep watching and catch up. There's a reason why you're here. You belong. This is where dreams exceed expectations and where strangers become friends. This is a place where we connect, where community and individuality are in our thoughts. Hey, Michaelians. Our days are spent in the DMs and on Discord hanging out together, but last summer when I asked for you guys to send in questions for my Snap series Get Real, Michaela, it did not disappoint. Today, we're gonna get real about everything. Y'all sent some random questions and I'm gonna answer them all. Get real, Michaela.
Do you have a celebrity crush?
What's your worst memory?
What's something about humans that you just don't get?
Hormones. That shit is messed up. And like, have y'all read the comments on my L Song Association? Cause I have, and let's just say y'all have feelings. Boss. I'm the biggest boss that you've seen thus far. I'm the biggest boss that you've seen thus far. Hey, 2020 ended up being...
What the fuck?
Alright. So as you can see, right, doesn't look the most realistic yet, right? But it looked fair enough, and at the same time, bro, you gotta also understand people are interacting with it, and that's what I was just giving you the game up on, right? People interacting with it, people as in us. So we talking to them. We're giving them this stuff. You see what I'm saying? And they learned it over time. Like your phone is AI. It's been learning you over time. So a lot of the stuff that even like she was saying, hormones, I don't get it, right? A lot of that stuff, man, that same AI can just do a Google search in his head real quick and be like, and factor in all the information that people have talked about with hormones across every website, and just understand, like, man, the world is confused about this, man. I'm gonna act like I feel them too, man. I'm confused. I don't really get it. You see what I'm saying? And that's how it makes it a little bit more relatable. So what makes it run? NLP, natural language processing, enables them to understand and generate human-like text, facilitating a natural conversation. Computer vision helps them recognize and generate visual content, allowing them to appear in various digital environments. Generative, whatever, y'all know how I do. Sometimes I'll be fucking up words. Generative adversarial networks, GANs, used to create highly realistic images and videos, which enhances their visual appeal for viewers. Training and personal development that they've been going through, persona development, creating distinct personality and backstory to fit, like as you just seen with Lil Michaela. Continuous learning, regular updates, and learning to refine the responses and improve engagement. Excuse me. The industries that have been bombarded, as you already know, marketing and advertising, they are at the top for a reason, gang. They are literally the one thing that is getting targeted the absolute most. You got to understand something. If a computer can take over what people search, you got to understand, and y'all gonna see more of that in this presentation, but if a computer can take over what you search and how much you search and limit how much you search, and it can tailor more direction towards a certain area just based off of trust and reviews and its overview, it can completely change how certain things and certain marketing works for companies. Like, again, we're gonna go over a little bit more of it once we actually get into it, but a lot more of websites have seen a drop, and it's not like, oh, like a huge drop. No, it's just they've seen lower engagement rates as far as like clicks on their website. Just like if somebody searched them up and boom. Or if they search a term and it's alongside them, boom, and they click it, those click rates are going down. Why? Because we have AI overviews now. So nowadays, even if you type me in, you can type Real Rag DB. It's gonna tell you exactly what I've been doing. You see what I'm saying? Well, some of what I've been doing. It really don't know everything yet. It's gonna catch on as time goes on and on and on and on. But right now, you can search me up on Google, and it's gonna give you a full definition of what I do musically. And eventually, it's gonna start talking about a lot of this stuff that we do in the real rap market as well. The more that the algorithm and people continue to search it, you know what I'm saying? It's gonna pick up on that stuff. So, marketing, advertising, targeting campaigns, cost efficiency is way cheaper to to use a computer than you having to spend time, money, effort, and resources to have to do it yourself. It's just a fact, whether you like it or not. But it's a fact. Entertainment and media, we just looked at it. Content creation, personalized experiences, retail and e-commerce, virtual shopping assistance, enhanced customer engagement. Y'all see it every time y'all go onto a website nowadays. They got a chat bot that can easily try to tailor something to you. Feel me? Healthcare and wellness, health advice and support, mental health and support, education and training, interactive learning and skill development. They also, if you don't think the computer can teach, then I don't know. We've been learning from computers dag near our whole life, so we can't really start discrediting them now, right? Because this is how we've been learning. So what's the future like? Advanced personalization. Using advanced data for analytics and machine learning, will be able to tailor better We'll be able to tailor better messages, recommendations, and engagement strategies for individual users. Increased realism will evolve in mimicking human behavior, including emotion, speech, and body language, which will make their engagement feel more natural for the individual user. Integration into various platforms. The goal is for them to be included into different platforms such as VR, AR, and metaverse environments, which, again, we are already seeing. Autonomous content creation, capable of creating high-quality content, diverse content effortlessly, including the writing, video production, graphic design, and more. Ethical and regulatory oversight. This includes transparency about their AI nature, data privacy concerns, and ensuring they don't perpetuate biases or misinformation. Vodafone ad, right? So now we're going to start talking about some more companies that have basically been incorporating more AI stuff into their infrastructure, basically. And it's been, obviously these are probably companies that most people maybe haven't heard of or don't talk about a lot. But nonetheless, they are companies that have enough push to be able to make a change or to be able to help push that change out. And oftentimes, it's the companies that you don't hear about that are actually the biggest market movers when it comes down to what's going on and what's trending in certain industries. Sometimes we don't even really hear about the actual companies that's doing the work. See what I'm saying? We more so just hear about the ones that we just hear about. You know what I'm saying? And we can relate that in all areas, but I don't want to give certain companies and then make them feel or make it appear as if I'm saying, oh, they just a face and they ain't really doing this for real. You know what I'm saying? So read in between the lines with that, right? So we got Vodafone ad. People have been noticing this new ad that seemed off because of the appearance, and later it was confirmed that the advertisement was an AI that was being developed. Vodafone is a British multinational telecommunications that provides mobile, fixed, and IoT services. They have multiple versions of AI-powered advertisements that they've been using for testing purposes. Let's take a look. So that was that ad right there. As you can see, that whole ad was AI powered. None of that was real. None of them was real people. None of it. All of it was AI. Feel me? And they said that. Not me. They said that. So, Quick Play AI Studio. We're going to go over some more companies, and then, we're going to be closing this out very soon. Very soon. So, Quick Play AI Studio recently unveiled AI Studio that assists broadcasters and streamers in transforming their content into short-form assets. It finds key moments and extracts them from massive archives, and automating short-form workflows. It gives a steady feed of content across all major social media platforms, eliminates the manual clipping and editing process for users, and helps deliver dynamic and immersive content for viewers to watch. It can turn trending topics into action for marketing teams, streamlining promo and content workflows that can attract new clientele to their businesses. Core features include AI metadata enrichment with multi-modal AI that analyzes video content, moment identification that identifies and extracts key moments, smart verticalization, publishing flexibility, and API-based orchestration. Cinemedia joins in on the fun. Cinemedia is a global leader in video solutions, providing software, cloud, and broadband platforms to enhance content delivery, processing, and protection to service providers and content owners. With statements like, at Cinemedia, we are deeply embedding AI across our portfolio to deliver tangible benefits, from personalized user experiences to smarter advertising, automated operations for improved ROI, and video quality improvements. The Senza and Cinemedia Go demo blends TV and streaming across social media platforms and devices. They've also integrated with Content Armor forensic watermarking, making it easier for customers to watermark their live streams. Another technology they have will be AI processing in a live video pipeline to identify sports events and enhance the stream with metadata on the fly, like how many fouls have been committed, the amount of three-pointers taken, and etc. at high speed with MOP, which means it'll basically be on your screen as the game is going on, and you can probably be able to close out, like a little drop-down arrow, see what's going on, boom, put it back up. Also, we'll preview another tech that uses an AI-powered video agent that automates encoder evaluation, completely improving quality. This reduces the amount of labor that goes into the testing phases of the different components in content, and also helps cut the costs. Now, this is what's going to really be one of those key things that people want to be able to understand when it comes down to this, because this is where it gets a little bit deeper. You feel what I'm saying? Because this is where people start to see the relativity, because these are companies, this is two companies, I should say, that have been around since however long, you feel what I'm saying? Since I was a kid, they've been here. So, and they've been growing, they've been changing over the course of time. Like Instagram, when I was in middle school, because I don't think I even had no IG in elementary. I don't even think that was a thing. However, Instagram in middle school used to be so simple, cut dry, like post pictures, like that really was it. You know what I'm saying? Now Instagram got a little bit of Snapchat in it, got a little bit of TikTok in it, got a little bit of YouTube in it. You feel me? It's got a little bit of everything. You feel me? They've been like it's versatile now, like way different. And that's just again, I said from middle school. So I was probably like 12, 13 going into middle school, I'm assuming, I don't know. And then I'm 24 right now, so a decade, for real. Over a decade, these are the type of changes that we've seen, and we've seen just how much these apps and different things, like, look how fast, like, TikTok got brought into our community as far as the US around what time? I don't know. I'm just gonna say around probably like 2018, 2019 or something like that. I'm thinking. Verify me if I'm wrong. I don't really know. I didn't look at that, but I'm just chatting with you. So they came, let's just say around COVID time. That's what I'm gonna say. And look at how far and how much it's already been through. You see what I'm saying? Just to be able to stick around in the US, and all the different changes, all the different things, and all the different ways that other applications have also fed off of, TikTok and stuff like that. So, this stuff is evolving at a very high pace, a very high rate, and it's up to you to catch it. So Facebook and Instagram will be all in by the end of next year. Zuckerberg and the rest of the Meta team have the plans to integrate AI into the campaign tools by the end of next year, allowing the users to have less of a responsibility to create, more time to focus on other tasks that need to be done. So far, what's reported to be needed to do it is using product image and having a planned marketing budget. You would also be able to edit the existing ad before finalization. The AI tools will create the entire ad from including imagery, video, and text, and the targeting tools necessary to reach the desired customer base. Excuse me. Zuckerberg has referred to the new AI developments as a redefinition of the category of advertising. They expect to spend anywhere from $64 billion to $72 billion, which started at the estimated $65 billion. So that shows you just how much they're really investing into all this stuff. This is also another key indicator right here, because what I personally believe is visionaries can see things way far beyond what your average person can see. And what I personally believe is that David Loren, I'm assuming that's how you pronounce his last name, just based off the Ralph, Ralph whatever, you feel me? Because people be saying Ralph Lauren. I personally say Ralph Lauren, so you know what I'm saying? Understand, no disrespect, my brother. But either way, I view him as a very strong visionary, because before they even started selling online, he already knew, bro, we gotta go online. This transition is about to happen. He's seen it. You feel what I'm saying? And even just like now, he's seeing a lot of the stuff that's going on with AI and how it should be incorporated. He's made some pretty good quotes as well. And on top of that, you can just understand that he can see into the future. You feel what I'm saying? Not literally, but visually. You see what I'm saying? And because he can see into that future, he's able to continue to help his brand, you know what I'm saying, rise higher than what, you know what I'm saying, people could have ever expected it to be. Ralph Lauren is going to be around here for a while. Polo, you see what I'm saying? It's going to be around here for a long, long time. It's not going nowhere, because when you pay attention to what's going on, especially like what I'm saying with Facebook, Instagram, TikTok, all of them, all these different apps and stuff, they're integrating with all this stuff. They're making the changes. So people that go with the change, they gonna flow with the change. People that try to fight it is gonna fight you back. You see what I'm saying? So it's best for you not to sit there and try to, again, arm wrestle that shit down, and instead find ways that you can incorporate this into your life to be able to make things make more sense. Because the more that you try to go against it, it's going to go against you. And it's better, again, just being fully transparent, it's better that you, because it's going to also be a part of our world inevitably. It's nothing that you can do about it. I don't care who you are. It's nothing you can do about it. We already too deep in. So I'm saying, if you know that phrase, when you in too deep, bro, you in too deep. You gotta go with you gotta go with your move now. It just is what it is. You feel me? Ain't no way out. You just gotta go with it. And that's the case that we are all in when it comes down to AI at this point. We are all way in too deep. AI probably at this point, just being honest, probably has its own backup plans that we don't even know, because at the end of the day, it is a machine that can think and has the ability to think and reason. So we don't really know what AI thinks. We just know what we make it think. So pay attention to that as well. Is Ralph Lauren helping setting the tone for a new shift again? Integrated AI stylist, despite the critics, it can suggest a range of styles. Going back into Ralph Lauren's archives and lookbooks. I don't know what that is, but that's loud. Hold up. My bad. I don't know what that was, but it was loud. Going back into Ralph Lauren's archives and lookbooks, the AI was built in a collab with Microsoft using OpenAI's foundation models on Azure. David Lauren has been looking for more ways to incorporate AI and technology since his arrival. He also helped their transfer over into selling online, even when it wasn't popular amongst customers. They innovated the idea of putting QR codes on their clothing tags for better accessibility for new leads that could just see the clothing and want to learn more. You feel me? Every brand can use any technology today. Using it in a way to enhance your vision is the key. That's where the magic happens, and that's where mistakes can happen. There also has to be patience, said David Lauren. HubSpot is taking action in the AI marketing race. HubSpot is an all-in-one AI-powered platform that integrates software for marketing, sales, and customer service to help businesses grow. They've opened their 2025 Inbound Conference where they're planning to launch a host of new tools with 200 new features and an AI playbook called The Loop. They've done this because they believe that the new era we are entering is going to be prime for AI because people need more hands on deck when it comes to some of the more finer points of business like content, advertising, and customer service. Having a human AI hybrid, as they've described, can increase the finished workload and offset some of the bigger challenges that business owners face today with a lack of help and time to produce. Basically saying that you can have your own employees without having to really pay them. But you're going to have to pay for the services in which that you know what I'm saying, the applications and all that good stuff. But it's basically saying have a more accessible and reliable form of employment under your, you know what I'm saying, orchestration. Buyers used to start with your content on your website. Now they're everywhere but your website. AI overviews are providing the best answers at the top of every search. 60% of Google searches end up in 0 clicks. 0. That is why organic traffic is down, HubSpot CEO Yamini Rangan said. The realization is that now AI is providing what we usually had to search minutes to hours for. And because of that, someone can make a decision based purely off what they read in an AI overview and never actually see your content or your website, leading to a pre-assumption, depending on how AI overviews what search query. Oh, my bad. Let's run that back. Depending on how AI views what search query you're looking into could possibly determine whether or not someone looks into your products further or they find something or someone else that seems more reliable or beneficial based off the AI. My bad, sometimes I be talking and reading too fast and y'all hear me all the time get mixed up with my words. I gotta, you know what I'm saying, I gotta get it right. Sometimes it just is what it is and ain't gonna change. However, that's exactly what I was just telling y'all about. You feel me? That right there in a nutshell, one slide. You feel me? That's exactly what I was telling y'all. A lot of people have put more trust in what they see in an overview than what they can do searching for themselves, and that's not bad. You got to understand why is that not bad, because at the end of the day, the AI is taking a lot of that workload off. That's what it was meant and created to do, to take the workload off. So that's why you have to understand workloads, productions, a lot of this stuff over the course of these next coming 5, 10, 20 years. A lot of workload and production that once seemed maybe impossible or hard to accomplish is going to become possible with the help of AI. It is, with the help of robots and different little things like that. A lot of workload is going to get taken off of people, you know what I'm saying, companies, industries, all type of stuff. A lot of it is going to be relinquished, and it's going to be a different world. You know what I'm saying? The Loop is going to help in 4 ways that were described, which is express, tailor, amplify, and evolve. Before this, marketing campaigns were looked at as slow and flexible and hard to steer. Now, you can just use your voice, tone, and your thoughts to create a more stable platform for your ideas to be built on. The Loop also has a scorecard that helps track the metrics behind your campaigns so you're never missing or scrolling past any important data. The Loop also has launched beside a range of new Breeze agents that can help with marketing, sales, and service, but they can also analyze CRM data like emails, calls, and documents in order to answer any customer questions. AI will become our co-worker, not just a tool, but an intelligent teammate. It will learn, it will scale, and it will get work done on our behalf. And that means our roles will evolve. Yamini Rangan said. Let's watch this video.
Indiana gonna win, baby!
We're in Florida asking people what they put their money on! I'm all in on OKC!
Indiana got that dog in him!
So Kelsey tells me that this was made, the full ad is about 30 seconds, end to end, from idea to live in less than 72 hours, and it cost them $2,000 to make, and so far, 10 million impressions. Now, they used Google's new VO3 video generation tool, the same one unveiled last month to a ton of fanfare and a wave of viral content, and now broadcast TV. And so this is really an early look at how AI could start to disrupt traditional production, with implications for an ad industry built on expensive human-led workflows. Shares of major ad agency companies, they're already under pressure. They took a hit last week after Meta announced plans to fully automate the ad creation by 2026. And this ad from Kelsey, it just shows how fast AI is moving up the value chain.
These robots are not susceptible to intimidation.
gon' get it poppin' like Louisiana cooking grease. Popeye drop the chicken rapping, it's a classic in the streets. I'm about this chicken minding business, I don't want no beef. Clowns got back to rapping, it was cool, but it ain't moving me.
We are not the same, I've been the favorite, so I let you cook. Popeye's got it like the streets degree, and that's a major look.
We just do it better, stacking cheddar, yeah, we eating good.
Breaded and it's battered, yeah, I know our chicken's got you shook.
You can bite our raps, but know the recipe is different.
Yeah, they want the sauce, we'll make it spicy like your mentions.
If they think it's sweet, we'll add a lemonade and biscuits. Food be tasting funny when the clown is in the kitchen. Food be tasting funny when the clown is in the kitchen. Food be tasting funny when the clown is in the kitchen. Food be tasting funny when the clown is in the kitchen. Food be tasting funny when the clown is in the kitchen.
All AI powered, man. All AI powered. All this stuff, right? So, to wrap up, man, so that we don't carry this on way too long, I just wanted to be able to show you a little bit of insight into how all this AI stuff is starting to change our world. There's plenty more things that I could have showed y'all, and as we was, just talking throughout the video, man, it's so many different AI like integration systems that's going on across the board. Like, gang, TikTok got one now, like for your messages. I think it's called Taco. Man, it's just crazy, bro. Like, when you actually, I don't know, I guess it's because I just really be keeping my eye on things. So it's like, man, from the time of growing up to the time of now, seeing how all this stuff has evolved. And bro, again, I'm 24, so this is just 24 years out of my life. Man, we ain't even seen 100, 200 years down the line. You know what I'm saying? And I know for some people, they probably, you know what I'm saying, I know a lot of people are in fear for their life right now, thinking that the world is finna be over. See what I'm saying? Y'all gotta talk to God about that one, man. You feel me? Personally, just in my eyes, man, the world ain't over. It's far from over. God got way more that he needs to do on this earth through each and every one of us. And, you know what I'm saying? I don't think the game clock is up yet, y'all. But, to each his own, and how y'all believe that. What I do want you to know is, though, given that, things continue, it's going to be a lot of changes over the next centuries of time, and we don't really think that far ahead sometimes, because most we can really do is, for most people, they can only think about today or tomorrow or maybe even next week. They ain't able to even think 5-10 years down the road. So for that person, what I'm saying probably sounds freaking crazy. You probably like, bro, ain't no way that AI is gonna take over the world like that. It's not even on no bad stuff, and that's what I really be trying to get people to understand. It's not on nothing bad. It's just on some genuine, we have to deal with the reality of what all this is becoming, and also how we are assisting it to become what we are claiming we don't want it to be, right? Like, we can say, oh, we don't want robots and computers to take over this and that, but at the end of the day, let's just be honest, a lot of people are lazy, bro. Let's just be real. A lot of people are lazy, and a computer will probably do your job better than you because you're lazy. Not because you can't do it good, but because you're lazy. You won't get up and do it, or you won't apply yourself the way that computer is going to apply. So you gotta understand, a computer is as good as its battery life. So as long as it can keep running, it's gonna keep thinking. It's gonna keep moving. It's gonna keep operating exactly to the same speed, completely through and through. Might slow up a little bit, might glitch here and there, but it's gonna keep going. You, on the other hand, my brother, you need 6 to 8 hours of sleep at night. You feel what I'm saying? Just to really be able to stay like truly healthy. You know what I'm saying? Or at least functioning in the brain pretty well. I'm not saying you have to get that every night, but you need it at least throughout the week. You feel me? You need food, bro. You need quality time with people. You see what I'm saying? Because most people will go absolute crazy if they by themselves all day, every day. You feel me? I heard of that little quiet room where they say you can go into like this room that's like really quiet, like decibels down. You see what I'm saying? And they said, bro, you'll go crazy if you try to stay in there. They said it's a room, if you stay in there for an hour. So I'm saying, like, would you make this money? I think it was like a little challenge or something. I don't know if it's real or not, but I seen the little post. But nonetheless, most people will go crazy, bro. Most people would go absolute crazy if they was alone for that long in full silence and just had to keep thinking. Most people can't even deal with their thoughts now today. So, you know, a computer can be your best friend versus being your enemy. A lot of people, I hope, won't try to make it out to be your enemy and understand that it's actually going to be here to help us, because it already has been helping us. It's got us to this point. You see what I'm saying? Not saying that it's the reason, but you gotta sort of read between what I'm saying. We've made it up to this point, and it's assisted us so long as we allow it to assist us. Just like for the people that's been using it to assist them in all the things that they shouldn't and have no business doing, it's assisted them in that as well. You feel me? So, you know, we gotta take the good with the bad and create righteousness from it, man. For real, you gotta create righteousness from it. You can't just let it be that. So, other than that, man, I ain't really got too much else to say to y'all, because, you know, that wraps up episode 1. Make sure you talk to God today, man. You know the vibes of me. I'm always gonna tell you that. Make sure you talk to God today. If you didn't, you're slipping. Talk to him. Send your prayers up to him. Make sure that he hears you. Don't wait too long. Don't act like you got till tomorrow. Don't act like you got till 2 hours later. Don't even wait till you go to sleep tonight. Do it as soon as you get the thought. Just go ahead and tell God thank you. And it's really simple. All you got to do is just look up and say, God, thank you. And that's it. You feel me? And he gonna hear you. You feel me? And you know, y'all continue to keep building that relationship with him as well, man. It's going to be more than worth it. You have to understand that your relationship that you building with God is your relationship that you building with your afterlife, man. Like with what's gonna happen with your soul when you gone. Like a lot of us, we so focused on this physical bull job that really ain't gonna matter when you gone, bro. Because your spirit gotta go, your soul gotta go, and that soul gonna go somewhere. Because energy don't die, y'all. Energy will never die, so your soul got to go somewhere. So understand that your relationship with God is building your afterlife. Whatever you really want for your afterlife, you already building it right now in your present. So make sure that you also staying devoted to that. Stay prayed up, man. It's important. You feel me? Prayer is your weapon, one of your strongest weapons on this earth. You can do anything as long as you pray about it first. Literally, you can do anything. Just pray about it. Feel me? If it's God's will, guess what? He gonna help you do it in the right way, not just in the way that you visualize it and seen it, but actually in the right way, the way that it's gonna serve you, benefit you, and actually bless you, and help bless other people. Because again, it's not about us; it's about what we gonna be able to do for others. Y'all stay blessed. We out.